proud of our young ladies for how they competed, played with a great deal of poise. South Dakota State played really, really hard. I thought they played really well. I thought it was a great basketball game, and our young ladies weathered the storm. We played hard in the first half. We weren't making shots. South Dakota State was making shots. I thought we won a lot of the hustle plays during the first half, but the score wasn't in our favor, and so we just had to continue to battle. And I think these young ladies who are up here certainly did a great job of it. Just fun to see them be able to enjoy the moment. They've been working so hard for it. So something that's really special for them to celebrate, special to be a part of it as a coaching staff and celebrate with them.
Reminder, we will have the microphone. We'll get it to you. Go ahead with questions for the student athletes.
Kira, it was going to be special regardless of if you won this game, but how sweet is it knowing you beat South Dakota State for the first time in this game?
I mean, yeah, it's been a game that has eluded us for a really long time. Winning this tournament, none of us have ever done it. So to be able to win our way into the NCAA tournament and do it in a rivalry game was definitely really special.
And Hannah, the entire weekend you just seemed to be clicking on all cylinders. What was working for you all weekend long?
I think my team does a really good job of holding me accountable. I mean, even in this game, Chloe Lamb pulled me aside at half and just say, it's time to toughen up. And she was right. I mean, and that's what worked for me. The guards, all of them, did a very good job of getting me the ball and great passes and everything. So I think it was our team.
Other questions? Other questions for the student athletes? Go ahead, Stu.
Madison, when you talk about sort of the quote-unquote curse against SDSU in these championship games, was there ever a feeling like kind of in the back of your mind, here we go again, when they were hitting everything like Coach said in the first half and they had a lead? Are there any concern that you guys would tighten up a little bit and start thinking about that, or what's your feeling on that?
No, I had faith in my team through the whole way. I mean, yeah, we've been in this position twice now, I think, in my last 4 years. And for us, in the back of the head, we know that all the time we spent in the gym and working all preseason, and no, I had faith in my team throughout the whole way we were going to come out with this win.
All right. Thanks, ladies. You can head back to the locker room.
Thank you. Easy on you guys. Shoes, Louise.
Go ahead with questions for Coach.
Dawn, what does it mean to not only get this, but to get it for Kira and the senior class before they graduate?
Yeah, it's really special. They've wanted this moment for a long time. They've worked so hard to get to this moment and to have this opportunity, and today capitalized on it. So for these young ladies and all that the work that they've put in, to see them rewarded is something that's really, really special.
Amidst that comeback, it kind of seemed like it's what your team's calling card has been, and that's where anybody could step up, except today was everybody steps up with big shots. If you could speak to that in the team contributions.
Well, it was really important for us. We were really struggling. I thought we got some good looks early in the game, but we weren't hitting shots from the perimeter. So we had to find different ways. We tried some different things in the second quarter. That didn't work very well for us. We went into some different looks in the third quarter and started to score it more efficiently. And I think South Dakota State did a good job continuing to make some adjustments against it. And we had to find ways. And I thought there were some opportunities. Chloe hit a big shot. Madison McKeever hit a big shot. Monica finds ways to make good things happen for us. Certainly the drive that Madison McKeever had in the middle of the lane scored with her left hand was big. Obviously, Hannah found a lot of very, very good opportunities and capitalized on those. Kira got to the rim and got to the free throw line, and we found a way down the stretch. And ultimately, I think that's the most important thing. We've been a very good offensive team for a majority of the season. At times, we've been a very good defensive team, and we were really good in the first two games in this tournament. I give a lot of credit to South Dakota State. They hit a lot of shots early in that game, and it was tough. And all we kept thinking is, we hope at some point in time we can slow them down, because being giving up 6 arc shots in the first half and having them be 6 for 9 didn't feel very good. But the good news for us is we felt like we were at least in striking distance. We were within 2 possessions at that point in time.
That's the question I was going to ask you. Do you feel fortunate the first half to be down only 5 the way you shot and the way they were going off there from the arc?
Well, we did, right? And we felt like we really focused on more of the adjustments we really needed to make on the offensive end, and then focused on just maybe trying to find a way, to change the rhythm of some of their shots.
post-game dousing on the hair? Was that in the locker room?
Does it look
How'd that
nice?
happen?
Does that look nice? Yeah.
How'd that happen and how'd it feel? Like,
Cold.
Yeah.
And I was
walk in the locker
unprepared. Well, no, we actually sung the fight song first, and that's why I figured, oh, now it is a surprise. So, yeah, they got me, but their time will come. When we practice, they'll know.
What'd you tell them at halftime?
But really, we talked about what we needed to do on the offensive end to try to change some of our movement, and then we just gave them two things defensively to try to focus on how we can maybe pick up a little bit earlier and pressure a little bit quicker. But, I thought it was a time that we felt like we could kind of go one direction or another. We could start to panic, and we didn't do that. I thought our young ladies kind of continued to battle in the beginning of the fourth quarter. We said it's a one possession at a time game. We've got to find a way to whittle this thing down. And start of the fourth quarter, we were only down one possession, so that was better than being down two possessions, and then found a way in the fourth quarter.
Was it like was it a calling message, or was it more of a?
It was a very calming message at that point in time, because I thought we battled. I thought we played really hard. If I remember the stats correctly, in the first half, I thought we were winning all the hustle play, not all, but a lot of the hustle play statistics. I thought we were playing really, really hard. We were trying. We got 9 offensive rebounds in the first half. We didn't get as many in the second half, but we made some more shots, and we would take that over getting offensive rebounds. So I thought it wasn't necessarily a lack of effort. It was one team was hitting shots, and one team really wasn't hitting shots.
Was it Gatorade or champagne that they hit you with?
It was cold water. They need to take this Aquafina and not put it in the coolers beforehand.
Obviously, you were going to presumably make the tournament either way. This is the way you wanted to get into the NCAA tournament. How huge was it for your program, which has done incredible things, but to get over this hump, to beat SDSU, your in-state rival, obviously a prestigious program, to beat them in this championship game? Is there any way to summarize how important that was for you?
Well, winning a conference championship is something that's really special, and winning it in the regular season is something that is fun to be a part of. Winning it certainly at the tournament time is something that we haven't been a part of yet as a program with our coaching staff and with these young ladies. So it was something that it was certainly was a goal of ours. It was something that was important. I think sometimes when you want something so badly, it's really tough. And again, I give South Dakota State a lot of credit. I thought they played with a great deal of confidence. They played really hard, and they made it very, very challenging for us because, they came out of the gates and they were hitting shots. But it's something that's really important for us, certainly that we feel like, we belong and we can do this too.
Any other questions for Coach? All right, make last one.
Your non-conference schedule, I think, was, people saw it from the outside and saw that it was kind of a way to get into this game and not worry about whether you won or lost. But I would guess that it would also be where you built up some emotional resiliency in being in those situations prior to today.
Well, I think that's a good way to summarize it, is that, when I was coaching at the University of Wisconsin-Green Bay with Kevin Borseth many, many years ago, his message at that point in time, not to our players but to our coaches, is we need to schedule aggressively into non-conference because ultimately you have to win the conference tournament. So you have to be prepared for that moment. So you've got to see different styles. You've got to understand the intensity and be ready for that moment. I also think now it's kind of changed a little bit, and last year we had an opportunity to play in the big dance by taking an alternate route and getting an at-large bid. And so I think it kind of serves two purposes, ideally, with scheduling aggressively. But ultimately, I think what helped us with some of it was seeing some of the physicality, seeing some of the ways that teams do things like South Dakota State. They rebound really aggressively, they space the floor, they get the ball inside, and I thought that helped prepare us for this opportunity.
Thanks, Don.
Thank you.